This is Air Force 2 TV, beauty within perfection.
Hello and welcome to the program series on Air Force 2 TV. Crowds of people jubilate on the streets of Libreville over the overthrow of Ali Bongo. Is this the end of the Bongo dynasty, as President Ali Bongo calls for rescue?
Ali Bongo Ondimba, President of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world.
Investigative and security journalist Kwekwanen shares perspective.
So the question as to whether the trend military coups in Africa is the beginning of a new dawn, or it may diminish or may be lost in between, I don't know. But if I recall the very interview I did a couple of weeks ago, I said to viewers, listeners, that this is like the beginning of a new dawn. But then what we cannot say at this time, where it's leading or where it will end, we don't know.
All this and more coming up. This is the series. My name is Enoch Iju. And now the detail. In the early hours of Wednesday morning, Africa wrote a new script with the title Gabon, a Nation Under Military Siege. Another coup has occurred in Africa, this time in the oil-rich country of Gabon. This comes at the back of last Saturday's general elections that declared Ali Bongo winner. According to the opposition, the election results were fraudulent and that it was an attempt by Ali Bongo to rule for the third term after ruling for 2 terms in 14 years. The Ali dynasty has ruled Gabon for 55 years. First was his father, who ruled from 1967 to 2009. Ali Bongo succeeded him after his death. The military therefore decided to seize power and annul the result of last Saturday's elections to prevent him from ruling again for the 3rd term. This was the announcement they made after the takeover.
Les élections générales du 26 août 2023 ainsi que les résultats tronqués. Les frontières sont fermées jusqu'à nouvel ordre. Toutes les institutions de la République.
Meanwhile, Ali Bongo has been placed under house arrest. In a plea to the world, he called for rescue.
Ali Bongo Ondimba, President of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise, for the people here have arrested me and my family.
Ghanaian investigative journalist and security expert Kwekwanen shares perspective.
So the question as to whether the trend military coups in Africa is the beginning of a new dawn, or it may diminish or may be lost in between, I don't know. But if I recall the very interview I did a couple of weeks ago, I said to viewers, listeners, that this is like the beginning of a new dawn. But then what we cannot say at this time, where it's leading or where it will end, we don't know. Until just the end of the elections, which is just a couple of days ago, in the mysterious circumstances of Ali Bongo pulled 64% at the back of shutting the entire internet system of Gabon. When the system returned to normalcy, the entire figures have been, massaged. Everything has turned the other way around. And the people of Gabon couldn't simply fathom. Everybody came at the back of a stupendous arrangement that it was all inure to his benefit. After several years of perpetuating this political disorder against the people of Gabon, Ali Bongo could still even not find it that this is politically incorrect and that I need to allow, yet another administration to pave way. And so I go to bed and rest. But you see, you cannot even describe this as just the offshoot of, call it, a political dynasty. In many African nations, that we can cite an example. A current one that we can cite located in West Africa is Nasingbe Nyadema. All right? For Nasingbe Nyadema, who is currently ruling. And all of these we are seeing, the protests and the warfares and whatnot, is many oftentimes located in those regions where the French people colonize. I don't know if this is how they want. But we need to be very careful that as we go along, the trend must be truncated against the back of making the people, rise up to the occasion and not to still continue to leave them impoverished. This is pretty dangerous. For me, I think the leadership in Africa have lost their grounds. They don't know how this would get on and to when and how. But we should also understand one thing, that all these things panning on a scale of 1 to 100, about 50% or maybe more inure to the benefits of the Western powers.
Thanks for watching. My name is Enoch Iju.
This is Air Force 2 TV, beauty within perfection.